It all started when Lily's family moved into a new house. Lily was thrilled. Her room was spacious with plenty of space for her things. While unpacking boxes in her bedroom, she decided to rearrange some furniture. The girl walked up to a heavy antique mirror left behind by the previous owners and pulled it away from the wall. With a quiet creak, it moved aside, and right behind it, in a narrow dusty recess, Lily noticed something. A strange old doll was lying there. Its glass eyes looked unnaturally alive. Lily didn't think much of it, brushed off the dust, and placed the doll on her dresser, figuring it would make a cool piece of decor. The first nightmare happened that very night. Lily was fast asleep when she suddenly woke up at 3 in the morning with a strange sense of anxiety. The room was pitch black and freezing cold. The girl glanced at the dresser. The doll was gone. Terrified, Lily looked around. The toy was sitting on a chair in the corner of the room, staring straight at her. Thinking she was just hallucinating from exhaustion, Lily closed her eyes and tried to go back to sleep. But an hour later, she was awoken by a quiet, plastic clicking sound. Lily snapped her eyes open and froze in sheer horror. The doll was sitting right on her bed at the foot of it. A scream of pure terror escaped her chest. The next day at school, Lily immediately told her best friend, Mia, everything. Mia didn't believe her at first. "Come on, maybe you're just sleepwalking?" But Lily was dead serious. When Lily returned home after classes, her heart sank. The heavy mirror had been pushed away from the wall again, as if something had crawled out from behind it. Soon Mia came over. Seeing how terrified her friend was, she suggested, "Let's set up a video camera on the nightstand across from your bed and catch whatever is doing this." Mia left, and Lily turned on the recording and went to bed. In the middle of the night, the nightmare returned. The girl woke up to a freezing draft and a rustling sound. The doll was on her bed again, right next to her. Waking up in absolute panic and seeing those dead glass eyes just an inch from her face, Lily screamed and scrambled into the corner. Morning came. With trembling hands, Lily took the memory card out of the video camera to check the night's footage. What the lens caught defied explanation. The video clearly showed the doll moving on its own, jerking its limbs as it crawled from the dresser to the chair, and then slowly climbing into her bed. A primal fear gripped Lily. Trying to gather her thoughts and wash the frozen terror off her face, Lily walked on shaky legs toward that very mirror. She looked at her reflection and screamed, but only a raspy, elderly cough came out of her throat. Looking back at her from the smooth glass were deep wrinkles, gray hair, and faded eyes. In a single second, the mirror had sucked all the youth out of her, turning her into a frail old woman. At that exact moment, a strange humming sound echoed behind her. The old woman turned around and froze in shock. The old doll slowly rose into the air, hovering in the middle of the room. Its wooden body began to melt and transform. A moment later, the doll turned into an exact replica of Lily. Except its eyes were bizarre, terrifying, completely white and dead. The real Lily, trapped in the old woman's body, fell to her knees and wept bitterly in despair. In response, the fake Lily let out a sinister, loud laugh. Hearing the awful crying and laughing, Lily's father burst into the room. The old woman rushed to him, reaching out her hands and begging for help, but her father pushed her away in horror. He didn't recognize his own daughter. "Who are you? How did you break into our house?" he yelled, roughly grabbing the real Lily by the shoulders and throwing her out of the house, slamming the door. Weeping at the injustice, the miserable old woman slowly walked away down the cold street. Meanwhile, in her room, in her body, and with her parents, the fake Lily remained, a sinister entity that has been swapping bodies through that old mirror for centuries. And now this is her new life. What a terrifying story. Write in the comments what you would do if you were in Lily's shoes.